Welcome back to some more Umineko When They Cry. So, before I start the recap, I decided to get the pop filter for my headset mic. I'm not sure if it makes any sort of difference when it comes to the mic audio itself, but you know, if it doesn't make any difference, then oh well, what can you do? So, anyway, where we last left off. So, everything about the whole entire over an hour of this bullshit is where Erica was unable to do the detective proclamation or use the detective's authority due to how Balor set it up. Although, however, it was more of a way to where she decided to trick Balor into giving to him giving her the more of a additional advantage of the sword. Even though it's funny because Battler thinks is what is this whole hey, let's make this game even, and even though it's just gonna give Erica the advantage, and I personally think what Battler did was really stupid. As far as I know, if anything, I feel like this is Battler's weakness of him as a character. I thought Battler's one of his weaknesses is either he's being too nice or is that he just I don't know. Maybe that's one of Battler's weakness. I can't really think of anything else of him being because he's being too nice to his own rivals of the sort, which is uh, mostly. And then there's always this whole oh, Battler is incompetent. And it's well, I'll say this, if I would be in some sort of debate, I would no. I thought I can put my whole thing in the blue truth to be well, not all human beings are stupid. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm really looking forward to this sixth episode because of Balor's a big fuck up there. But let's press on, I guess. I wanted to get this done. I feel like I'm almost done with the sixth episode.
まずはおめでとうかな、フルフル。
そうね。すべての恋人たちに強い意志の力があることが分かったのだもの。
Oh, the audio is actually pretty dim. There we go.
これは愛の勝利さ。それを僕らは称え合おう。
We shall extol. Everyone had gotten used to these two over-dramatic demons. George spoke quietly with an annoyed expression.
僕らがそれを称え合うのは、君たちの試練を勝ち残り、誰かが魔法の奇跡を授かる時だけだよ。
同感だぜ。最初の試練は全員突破した。次は何だ。もう後には引けねえ。何だってやってやるぜ。
Yeah, what do we got for the next door of the second trial?
はい。僕たちは負けません。
Oh, different expression on his face.
私たちもです。
ああ、もちろんバトラ君たちもだね。
無論だぜ。この中の誰だって譲られて勝利したいなんて甘えてるやつはいないはずだ。
そうですね。辞退できる程度の弱々しい思いならば、今この場にいる資格はありません。
Even Beato, who seemed to be the shakiest one of the six, was strongly determined. The two demons nodded at each other, taking note of the six's continued resolve.
それで次の試練は何だい？まさかまだ決まってないなんて言うんじゃないだろうね。
少しは脱落者が出ると思ってたからね。
まさか全員が残るとは思わなかったの。 これは愛ゆえの嬉しい奇跡の誤算。
I feel like if one of them would drop out, like it wouldn't be even be a actual game to begin with. Because if anything, if one of them would drop out, then the game would have like progressed a bit more further as is.
うせえぜ。それで今度こそ脱落者を出すために椅子取りゲームでも始めようってのか。
Nah, musical chairs is a little too simple for that, in all honesty.
そう、まさにそのこと。
You fucking kidding me?
今度の試練では確実に一組にリタイアしてもらうことにしたよ。
So the first trial was just a test.
今度の試練は非分の第二の番にあやかり。
寄り添いし二人を引き裂け。
Tear apart the two who are close. Why am I not surprised?
意味がわからない。
The fuck do you mean you don't get it? Thought you already know about the second Twilight by now.
ゼパル様、フルフル様、どういう試練ですか？まさか私たちに殺し合いをしろと？
Yes, finally, we finally got a battle royale going on. After I can't believe we're at this part.
そりゃ手っ取り早いぜ。
See, even a battler agrees.
少々文明的ではないけどね。
恋は肉食だぜ。
Love is for carnivores? I guess you're not wrong, but I would love to hear the specifics.
みんながみんな一緒に幸せになることはできないのですね。
I mean, I feel like everyone should have like equal amount of happiness, but if anything, I feel like a lot of the times it just becomes a fucking popularity contest at this point.
そういうのをゼロサムゲームって言うんだよ。経済用語だけどね、知ってるかい？
あ、いえ、すみません。
ゼロサムゲーム。勝利も敗北も全てを相殺すればゼロになる。誰かが勝利を得るためには誰かに敗北を強いねばならない。
Ain't that the truth?
それが世界の冷酷な原理だ。
So it's gotta be a perfect number, otherwise, like everything, all of the odds are gonna remain to zero, huh?
みんながみんな全員が幸せになれればいいのにな。そんな理想の世界あるわけねえか。
あるよ。
Wait, so there is a chance.
それは黄金鏡。
黄金鏡？何の話だよ。
You got killed a bunch of times. I thought you already remember what the Golden Land is by now.
そうだったな。黄金鏡に至れば全ての愛は満たされる。
Yeah, at least Battler fucking does.
だがそこは天国や地獄と同じでこの世ならざる場所だ。
それはごめん被りたいね。恋は現世で叶えるから意味がある。僕は死後に恋愛を成就させるための悲しい心中なんて断じて認めないね。生きて愛を貫く。 何者にも負けない。
ジョージさん。
The door to the Golden Land can be opened by solving the epitaph's riddle. In that place, love and lives are all whole and can be revived, but...
話が脱線してる。それより第二の試練をさっさと教えてほしい。
we don't even get this fucking... I mean, might as well get this shit over with, huh?
そうだぜ。
We already know what the Golden Land is and all by the...
寄り添いし二人を引き裂けって何をさせる気だよ。
話はとてもシンプルさ。
恋人たちを引き裂くのは悲しき死の別れしかありえない。
6人のうち1人を殺すのが第2の試練さ。
Killing one of the six.
当然相方を殺された恋人たちは失格となって脱落するわ。
So what you're saying is if Shannon gets killed off, George is disqualified, and then Beatrice killed off, then Balor's disqualified, and then so on and so forth.
つま
Gotcha.
り確実に一組の恋人たちに脱落してもらう試練というわけさ。
殺すと簡単に言うがどうしろってんだ。
殺し合いをしてもいいし、
くじ引きか何かで決めてもいい。
くじ引きで決めるなんて冗談じゃねえぜ。正々堂々と決闘しようじゃねえか。
そうなるとゲームマスターのバトラ君と
Well, if we do that, I imagine that Badler-kun, the game master, and Beatrice, who is the Golden Witch even though her memory is
記
gone.
憶がないとはいえ黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェが相当有利な気もするんだけどね。
I mean, so far, like, the weakest out of the six is the chick Beato, considering she's the amnesiac version. But
あ、どうでしょう。
安心して。この試練ではみんなの力は完全に公平にさせてもらってるんだ。
you think so? You really think you're gonna what can you do to make Chick Beato a bit more, give her a bit more of the bravado? I mean, if anything, like, she didn't have the courage to end Natsuki's life. So, although, I wouldn't really say that, but
ゲームマスターのバトラ卿でさえこの試練では全員と互角なの。それなら公平ですね。
完全に純粋に互角なのかい？
ええ、完全に互角。1対1なら勝敗は時の運。
fucking luck, of course.
完全に互角だからね。
決着にも時間がかかると思うわ。
だから優位な状況で襲うのがコツかな。
とことん時間をかけての決闘ももちろん素敵。
誰が運任せで戦うもんか。自分に有利な状況で戦いたいに決まってるぜ。
となると三つどもえ。これでは動けないのでは。
Beato was the first to notice. If the six were truly on an even footing, and both willing and capable of winning, one pair would have to concentrate their attacks on a single person. If that happened, then the pair containing their target would, of course, band together and resist. In other words, it would never be 2 against 1. It would become 2 against 2 in a matter of luck. However, at that time, any third pair who happened to be watching this could team up with whichever pair they liked with no risk to themselves, defeating the opposing pair with certainty.
面倒な話だね。先に動くことが有利ではないというわけか。
If you step forward and fight, it's a matter of luck. If you sit and wait for the others to start fighting, it's certain victory. So you want to sit back? So sitting back is the way to, like, you know? That's ridiculous. A fight would never begin in this situation.
6人全員がそれぞれ隣同士と1対1で同時に戦えばいいんじゃないでしょうか。誰かの決着がついた時点で試練は決着する。
Unless everyone could abandon any naive hopes for a 2-on-1 fight, this trial would never begin and never end. In that case, if they made a gentleman's agreement and had everyone duel at once, it would be no different from drawing lots, but it would at least be even.
それは無理。そうなったらみんな積極的に戦わず保身する。その間に誰かが負けてくれればいいのだから。
I mean, what do you guys are you guys gonna, like, wait until someone strikes first, or oh boy. Shannon's point was a sound one. If both fighters just glared at each other without attacking, then neither would lose. All they had to do was wait for someone other than themselves to lose first. This brought them back to the starting point. No one would fight proactively.
結局全員が動かず決着がつきません。
Yeah, if you guys just don't bother moving, then, you know, nothing is ever going to progress later on, right? You know? I thought you would have already noticed by now when it comes to
全員の強さが互角という算数的状況のせいでパズルみたいになっちまったな。
そうだね。
So this is what it's like to strategize in a battle royale.
互いの強さが未知数なら決闘も面白かった。でも完全に互角と言い切られてしまったら決闘はじゃんけんと何も変わらない。
ならいっそ6人全員でじゃんけんで決めますか？
バカ言え、そんなの嫌だぜ。仮に誰かが負けたとしてそいつが潔く負けを認めるわけねえだろ。
Is that so?
負けを認めないならじゃんけんの勝者たち4人に攻撃されることになる。完全に互角なこの世界ではじゃんけんの敗者には生き残れる道理はない。
確かに。なんだじゃんけんで決めるのが一番合理的だってのかよ。
We're gonna have a little bit of a vote of whoever goes first.
極めて合理的だよ。しかし自分の運命を乱数発生期に託すような無謀ができるかと言われたら答えはノーだけれどね。
True. Not everything in RNG favors you, you know?
どうかそれを悩んでほしい。
それが私たちの出題する第二の試練。
考えて殺し合って。 誰を生贄にするか決めてほしい。
And it ends just like that. Yeah, last part we were an hour and a half in, and all of this is just, you know, Balor being tricked, doing something extremely stupid. So Sunday, October 5th, 1986. It is 2:22 a.m.
確かに考えられん話ではない。
We're on chapter 14. Small contradiction.
使用人が一番怪しい。
So if the servants are the most suspicious, why am I getting the feeling that, you know, Shannon or Cannon is gonna get killed off on the second Twilight? No, but that would mean no. God damn it. Is this really what the second trial would be? Because my bets is on fucking... If this is all this stupid meaningless trial bullshit, then my bets is gonna be like Shannon or Cannon killed off for the second Twilight.
物的証拠があるわけではありませんから、縛ってクローゼットに放り込むわけにもいきません。ですから、銃を持った皆さんの常に目に届くところに置いて、よく見張る必要があります。
兄貴、マスターキーも回収した方がいい。あの密室も使用人たち以外には作れるわけがないんだ。使用人たちしか知らない構造や道具などできっとチェーンロックをどうにかできたに違いない。皆は長く勤めてくれているものばかりだ。私には到底彼らが殺人を犯すとは思えんのだ。
Well, maybe the servants are tired of your shit. You know, this whole hierarchy thing. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
金蔵さんの寿命もわずかで、遺産問題で大きく揺れているそうですね。それに加え、10トンの黄金がどこかに隠されているなんて話もあるそうじゃないですか。それらの分け前にありつけるなら、人は罪を犯せるかもしれません。
考えたくはないが、クソ親父のおかしなオカルト儀式って可能性もある。片翼の使用人たちは親父の手先で殺人の実行者かもな。親父はどうなんだ。まだ連絡は取れないのか。内線電話も通じないのだ。犯人に壊されたのかもしれない。それに親父殿は不機嫌になると電話の受話器を外していることがよくある。ノックをしてもその不機嫌な返事があるだけだった。連絡は取れんが、あの書斎はシェルターも同然だ。むしろ安全だから閉じこもってくれた方がいいだろう。
Flustered, Kraus tried to explain away Kinzo's silence. Battler, the game master, hadn't made Kinzo's death a major theme for this game. So the conversation didn't progress any further at this point. They stopped talking about Kinzo without Rudolph thinking anything was particularly suspicious.
いずれにせよ、使用人たちを野放しにはできねえ。それでさっき秀吉兄さんとも相談したんだが、2階に2部屋に分かれて全員で籠城しようということになったんだ。
Split into two groups and go into like separate rooms on the second floor. I see.
なぜ2部屋なのかね。
Why couldn't they just group up into one room? I don't know why you want to have a separate.
1部屋の方が心強いだろうな。
さすがに一部屋に12人もの人間では窒息します。
I mean, you already have the first floor lounge in the guest house. I don't see how you guys would suffocate.
そして最も注意すべき人物だけを隔離したいという思惑もあります。
Sure.
使用人の頭である源氏さん、一番体格のいい幸田さん、若輩とはいえカノンさんも男性です。
Oh, I see what you did there. You want to like, separate yourselves from the servants.
この3人を特にマークすべきだと思う。そこでこの3人を隔離し、俺と兄貴で監視する。2丁の銃。俺と兄貴ならとっさの時連携もできる。少しでもおかしな動きを見せたらズドンだ。分かった、そうしよう。だがルドルフ、彼らが犯人であると決まったわけではない。あまり高圧的にはなるな。
I don't know, man. I mean, Rudolph is the one that suffered the most, so.
兄貴に高圧的になるなか。そりゃ俺たちも老けるわけだぜ。
今上で秀吉さんに部屋分けをしてもらっています。隔離者たちをいとこ部屋に集め、他はその隣の部屋へ集めます。
そうだ、兄貴。ジェシカちゃんなんだが、兄貴と一緒の部屋がいいと言って聞かない。ジェシカ。
隔離のいとこ部屋が5人、隣の部屋7人の部屋割りでしたからね。ジェシカさんがいとこ部屋を希望するならちょうど半々になります。狼と羊のパズルで言うなら、今は使用人狼が3匹にクラウスさん、ルドルフさんの羊が2匹。ジェシカさんを加えた方が確かにバランスがいいとは思います。
For a while, Kraus crossed his arms and thought. The cousin room would surely be more dangerous, so he wanted his daughter to go into the next room over. However, in an emergency like this, he wanted to have his daughter where he could see her.
一緒にいさせたらどうだ。俺たちが良い父、良い叔父でいるために必要なリミッターの役かもしれねえぜ。そうだな。私も今は理性的なふりをしている。しかしいつ妻を失った悲しみを怒りに置き換えないとは限らん。
Even without any physical evidence, the servants are certainly the most suspicious. During the long wait, the two men's wariness and anger and sadness might make them lose their reason and act out in anger. After thinking deeply, Kraus decided to accept Jessica's request, in part to prevent such a thing from happening.
それがいいと思います。私も賛成です。
同感だ。子供を失うのは俺とローザだけで十分だ。ルドルフ。
In this way, all of the survivors except Kinzo split into two groups and holed up in two rooms. on the guest house second floor. One group was in the cousin room. Kraus, Rudolph, Jessica, Genji, Kanon, and Goda. Hmm, 6 people. One group was in the next room over. Hideyoshi, George, Shannon, Kumasawa, Nanjo, and Erika. 6 people here too. Perhaps as the result of the killer's doing, the external phone line had been cut off, and they would have to wait for the ferry boat coming the next day before they could contact the police. However, the weather report said that the typhoon would make the ocean rough all the next day. When such a thing happens, the ferry boat takes the day off, so it would probably be 2 days before the boat came. In other words, they would need to spend a full 2 nights holed up in here. While Erica and the others held their planning meeting in the lounge, food and blankets had been brought in to prepare for the siege. To prepare for the siege. The sudden tragedy had everyone on edge, but it was already well after 2 in the morning. If they really suspected the servants, then the observers can afford to fall asleep at the same time. Either Kraus or Rudolph should probably take a nap right away.
さすがだな。探偵権限がないにもかかわらず、うまく場を支配しているぜ。
Oh no.
冷静を書いた男など感情むき出しの犬と同じです。適切に扱えば簡単にコントロール可能です。
One of the benefits of the detective's authority was being able to take charge of the situation. Because of this, Erica, who was both a guest and young girl, had been able to order a large number of adults around at will. However, she didn't have that power this time. So, Erica had taken charge by making good use of her natural conversation skills and techniques for controlling men.
探偵権限も
Pulling
魔法
men.
と同じだな。できないことはやれないってわけだ。エリカにそれだけの力があったから認められていたというわけか。
魔法とは決して怠惰で無力な人間に与えられるものではないのですね。
Yeah, it should be earned, not given. That's like how respect works, right? You know, respect should be earned, not given, like easily, you know?
そうだ。むしろ人知れぬ努力を隠せるやつこそが魔女と呼べるんだろうぜ。
The absolute nature of the detective's authority can affect even magic. However, that convenient power probably hadn't been given to Erica easily. I probably had to acknowledge it. Even if she isn't given a special power by the witch she serves, she's capable of quite a lot on her own.
しかしエリカ、どうして2部屋に分けた？てっきり1部屋に全員を集めるとばかり思っていたぜ。
探偵権限があればそうしました。これは自由捜査権を確保するための一手です。
ああ、そういうことか。なるほど。やるな。
Since Erica was being protected, quote unquote, as a guest, it was hard for her to move about freely. In truth, she wanted to take some time and investigate the victims at the crime scenes at her leisure, without being interrupted by anyone. She had already inspected the scenes once, in a huge rush as she ran through the mansion, but that probably hadn't been perfect. However, they wouldn't have let a guest into the crime scenes, so she'd had no other choice back then. She wanted some time to herself and freedom to investigate more, in part so that she could check the closed rooms and causes of death more closely.
それが二部屋に分かれて籠城するのとどう関係があるのでしょう。
そこは奴が口車でうまいことやるのさ。見てな。
She's cooking up something ridiculous considering the advantage that Battler gave. Oh boy. That is gonna be fucking dicey on this one. That's the thing though, right? Like, I know she has the duct tape, you know, and she's in the, like, you know, there's two rooms separate each other.
ええ、そのためだけに2部屋に分けたのですから。
That look in her face. The cousin room was filled with a quiet tension. This room had 6 people: Kraus, Jessica, and Rudolph, and then the most suspicious ones, the male servants Genji, Kanon, and Goda, who had been forced to hole up in here. Jessica leaned against Kraus's shoulder, wrapped up in a blanket. She was drowsy, but apparently couldn't get to sleep. It was no surprise. In this bizarre situation, it would probably take some time before she could accept her mother's death. Kanon thought that this was the sort of time he should stay by Jessica's side, but that looked like it would be hard to do in front of Rudolph's intimidating glare. Rudolph stayed completely silent, but his inner emotions showed clearly in his eyes. So Genji, Kanon, and Goda didn't have to ask to realize that they were suspected. Sometimes Goda asked to help in an attempt to get on their good side and correct this misunderstanding, but it seemed to be having the opposite effect. The best option available to him was to stay quiet so that he didn't aggravate Rudolph and sit still at the end of the sofa. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, that's that. In the next room over, there were also 6 people: Erica, Hideyoshi, George, Shannon, Nanjo, and Kumasawa. The formats of the room and the constricted atmosphere were the same as the cousin room, but even so, it was relatively calm there. George sat holding Shannon, who was darkly hanging her head the whole time. Kumasawa and Nanjo sat nervously as they listened to Hideyoshi explain the situation.
敵が何人いるかもわからんのや。しかしわしらにはこうして銃がある。もちろん撃ったこともあるで。
I don't know. Considering how the cousin room is like, quote unquote, calm, it still doesn't trust it because Hideyoshi has a fucking gun in his hands, so.
ハワイ射撃センターとちゃうで。わしな、もう時効だから白状するが、進駐軍のピストルをぶっ放して単価を切ったこともあるんやで。当時の闇市は外国人ヤクザが牛耳っとってな。
I mean, yeah, because, you know, banning guns wouldn't even, like, work in this world because, you know, third world parties and black markets can, you know, people can, like, get access to it. So, you know, there are always, like, you know, roundabouts and such, but you know what? I'm not gonna have that fucking, I'm not gonna, you know, express the argument further because, you know, because this is Umineko, not a fucking gun discussion. He probably wanted to make everyone feel secure by convincing them that he could be relied upon. Hideyoshi went into one of his old stories that everyone had heard many times and which had gotten more extravagant each time they'd heard it. It didn't make them any more confident in Hideyoshi's abilities, but it did seem to calm things down a little by bringing in the sense of normality.
どうしてこんな事件が。明日船が来られればいいのですが。
明日は難しいでしょうな。二晩の長丁場になりそうだ。とにかくこういう時はしっかり睡眠をとりましょう。
この状況ですやすや眠れるほど僕の神経は太くないよ。
ジョージ様。
The pain and anger of losing his mother quietly tormented George. Sleepiness probably wouldn't be coming to him for a while. Let's not pretend George, killed his mother in cold blood. Erica suddenly clapped her hands as though she had just remembered something, then whispered in Hideyoshi's ear, interrupting the whole old story which he had grown quite engrossed with.
すみません。ちょっといとこ部屋へ行ってきます。ちょっとどうしても向こうの使用人の方たちに確認したいことがありまして。
なんや、電話ではあかんのか。部屋番号をダイヤルするだけやで。
ほら、お忘れですか？電話、どうも犯人に壊されてるみたいですし。
Yeah, I thought you already have been informed by now, but I guess, nobody informed about the phones.
なんや、ひょっとして。
What? You mean to tell me?
彼らの証言に何か矛盾でも気づいたっちゅうんか。
Up until this point, Erica had spent a lot of time giving the impression that she behaved like a detective. So Hideyoshi immediately assumed that this was something vital to do with the crime.
簡単な確認ですが、ひょっとすると大きなほころびを出すかもしれません。ちょっと行ってきます。誰も部屋から出さないでください。
隣の部屋とはいえ、一人は不用心やで。誰かお供を連れてった方がええんとちゃうか。
使用人たちも南條さんも完全には信用できません。秀吉さんはこの部屋の責任者。ジョージさんも秀吉さんをサポートできる優秀な男手です。誰も避けません。大丈夫です。探偵は襲われないって決まってますから。
Well, no wonder how it works that way, huh? Erica had already worked hard to look like a sharp, clear-headed person. Hideyoshi relaxed and agreed, thinking that it was just next door and wouldn't be our problem. I mean, it's not that far off. It's not like you're going to a fucking, longer corridor just to reach from the other side, so...
小1時間ほどで、いや、あまりうろちょろするのも不用心ですね。朝まで隣にいます。明るくなってから戻ってくる方がいいですよね。
その通りや。気をつけてな。
お隣の部屋に行くだけなのに。この部屋よろしくお願いします。誰も外へ出さないでください。この部屋を出るあらゆる理由がないよう、あらゆるものを運び込んだのですから。
Food, drinks, blankets, medicine, towels, tissue paper, everything. The women also had their cosmetic pouches. They could last 48 hours without lacking for anything.
わかっとる。
I mean, if the room has a built-in, restroom, then sure, restroom. I always think of restroom. I always say restroom because it's like a usually a term for it, or washroom.
この部屋におるんは身を守るためだけやない。ひょっとしたらおるかもしれない犯人を見張る意味もあるのをよくわかっとる。
グッドです。ではどうかよろしくお願いします。
エリカちゃん、どこへ？表には誰も出ない約束だよ。
ああ、エリカちゃんはちょいと特別な用事を思い出してな。隣へ行く。大丈夫、平気や。
I wonder what kind of important things she's going to do this time. I'm really curious. Hideyoshi suspected that Shannon might be one of the culprits. Since he also knew that Shannon and George had a special relationship, he apparently thought it would be prudent to mislead George about Erica's actions and motives. If that's the thing. If Erica's gonna check on the next room over, I wonder if there's gonna something bad happening over the next room. Hideyoshi slowly opened the door and checked both ways down the corridor, his gun raised.
大丈夫。誰もおらんで。
ここまでで結構です。あなたが部屋を出ると同時にシャノンさんが豹変してジョージさんを人質に取らないとも限りませんよ。今こうして彼らに背中を向けているのさえ少々不用心です。
せやな。じゃあ用心するんやで。後でわしにも話を聞かせてや。
はい。それでは。
Door shuts just like that. Erica closed the door, pushing Hideyoshi back inside. She then waited for the sound of the lock on the inside, and her smiling eyes opened wide. Her expression had become ruthless and intelligent. In this way, Erica was able to gain several hours, during which all of the suspects were sealed up and she alone was free.
ようやく自由捜査権を得ました。その前に後宮バトラ。
フルネームで呼ぶな。
ここで登場人物全員の所在確認をさせてください。復唱要求です。
無論これにも答える義務はねえぜ。
その場合は私が見てない間に部屋を抜け出し、その人物が今後起こるだろう不思議な事件の実行者だと主張しきるだけです。
Oh boy.
不可能犯罪を見せたいならまずは所在確認に応じるべきです。
We're going through the brain churning process, huh? Let's see.
いいだろう。一応は聞いてやるぜ。言ってみろ。
いとこ部屋に対し隣の籠城部屋をこれより隣部屋と呼称します。よろしいですね。
わかりやすいな。了解した。それで
今からする所在確認は 生死を問いません。体の所在と考えてください。そしてもちろん現時点でのことです。では参ります。第1の番の犠牲者6人の所在は発見場所の通りである。夏日は自室、エヴァは貴賓室、キリエはクラウスの書斎、ローザとマリアは客間で、あんたは客室。まさかこの時点でもうこの程度のことも復唱拒否ですか？
いいぜ。それを認める。
You acknowledge it? Well, ain't that something? First off, it was acknowledged that the victims' locations were the same as the rooms that had been shown by the witch side's illusion.
ぐっと続けます。隣部屋に所在するのは秀吉、ジョージ、シャノン、熊沢、南條である。
認める。
With that, the humans in the room Erica had just left had been specified. Carefully checking even obvious things like that was most basic part of playing on the human side.
ぐっと
Excuse me.
続けます。いとこ部屋に所在するのはそれ以外の全員である。
The word everyone, quote unquote, drew a slight reaction from Badler. The intuition he'd built up from all of his previous games told him not to answer this one instantly.
拒否する。
Wait, what?
それを認めるって言うと、金蔵の遺体もいとこ部屋の中にあるって論法になっちまうからな。
Well, you fucking you didn't even like you excluded Kinzo's existence in this fucking.
はあ、失礼。金蔵はすでに存在しないことが確定していますから、全員という言葉からは抜いて考えてください。
I wonder if I'm assuming Badler just said that as a way to filibuster it.
なぜいとこ部屋だけ全員という言い方をする？クラウス以下6人の名前を個別に挙げて所在確認をすればいいのに、なぜそんなアバウトな言い方で
？6人の名前をいちいち読み上げるのが面倒くさいからです。それとも何か？全員という言葉だと何か問題のあるトリックでもあるんですか？
I don't know if it's. I mean, I guess it's kind of a pain in the ass to like list out the fucking names to like confirm the remaining survivors, but you know, when you say everyone, you're like, oh, you're referring. Well, Kinzo's not even a part of it. Erica just left the room where Hideyoshi was. I mean, Hideyoshi's currently in. I don't know. What is the what are you trying to? Why is he hesitating? If Badler had been told to repeat Kraus, Rudolph, Jessica, Genji, Goda, and Kennen are in the cousin room, he would probably have acknowledged it with the red without thinking too much about it. Of course, normally Erica would have mentioned the names of everyone inside and had them repeated precisely. Badler had paused, feeling some kind of unease because of that unexpected demand in the word everyone, quote unquote.
私と金蔵を除き17人いる島で6人が殺されて屋敷に横たわり、隣部屋に5人がいるとなれば、残る6人はいとこ部屋にいる。これが正常な考えでしょ？ かし17人いる島だから6を引いて5を引いてさらに6を引けばちょうど0になって所在不明の人間は0になるという思い込みは大変危険です。バトラさんもこの辺の名前と人数のトリックで第3のゲームの難情殺しで散々苦しめられたはずです。
そうだな。あの時のトリックは18人分の名前と実際に存在する18人が食い違うことで、未知の人物が混入する余地を許していた。
そういうことです。ですから名前だけでの所在確認は安心できないわけです。そこで私は全員という言葉を採用することにしました。この言葉はまだ私が想像もしていないバトラさんの新しいトリックを未然に防ぐことさえできるのです。
Okay, so I guess using the phrase everyone that remained alive, so I guess everyone, sure.
なるほどな。うまいやり方だぜ。
I guess my brain could not handle that sort of crafty bullshit. If Badler was planning a new trick where the names and number of people would be used to create false alibis, like the murder of Nanjo in the third game, even naming off all 17 people and checking their positions left a trace of uncertainty behind. And if he cleverly managed to slip somebody past the names and numbers of people...
例えばですが、
What? Oh.
この島に未知の暗殺者 X が紛れ込んでいるとします。仮にその X の名をプルプルピコマルと名付けましょう。
Okay.
なるほどな。全員の名を挙げて所在確認をしても、プルプルピコマルとやらはその網にかからないってわけだ。
そういうことです。この島には17人しかいない。そして17人の所在はここであるとされても、それだけでは不十分なわけです。前科もあるわけですからね。
しかし全員というのはあまりに範囲の広すぎる言い方です。他の言い方でうまく言い直せないでしょうか。
いや、ここで全員という言葉から逃げると、エリカはそれを根拠に全ての犯人をプルプルピコマルテヤラの仕業で逃れきっちまう可能性がある。かつての俺もお前との戦いで未知の18人目 X だけを根拠に複数の謎にくさびを打ったことがある。
Oh, I'm not surprised. Because Badler also used that earlier as well, from what I would recall.
全員という言葉の重み、よーく考えてお返事くださいね。
Erica wore a full but evil smile, confident that she had made a powerful move. Players on the witch side must eradicate all possibilities that would be possible for humans. If I don't crush any chances for this ridiculously named Puru Puru Pico Man right now, he'll be used to explain everything the witch does. That was a move I liked to use in my old games with Beato. Back at the very beginning of the fight, my counterattacks were all based on the unknown 19th person X. Because of that, Beato had restricted the number of people on the island, making it necessary to eliminate any unknown person hiding somewhere. In that case, this time is the same. So just like Beato did, I need to get rid of any leeway in which that X can exist. The number of people on the island has already been announced, but since she's suspecting tricks involving names and numbers of people, saying the same thing again won't satisfy her. In that case, I have no choice but to respond to her demand and use the word everyone, quote unquote. That word has a disturbing ring to it, and though I haven't figured it out yet, feels like there's some kind of demonic killer move hidden within it. I don't know. I feel like. Why am I getting the feeling that? Oh boy, I don't even want to know. Damn. After insulting Beato so much and saying that the witch side had a huge advantage, I'm getting this pressure just having to deal with a single line to repeat.
ディストラクションですね。
Destruction.
チェス用語のか。
はい。敵の駒に圧力をかけ、移動を強いて、敵陣形を自らに崩させる手法のことです。
Well, that is definitely what Erica was trying to do, and you know.
全員というあまりに広域で強力な駒に私は移動を強いているわけです。バトラさんにとってはこれによって生存者全員のアリバイが完全に保証され、以後の不可能犯罪を私に言い逃れさせないことが可能となるでしょう。何を恐れます？あなたにとって強力な一手じゃありませんか。
しかしそれはお前が敷いた上での手だ。お前はそれによって俺の何かの陣形を崩そうとしている。
どんな妙手も相手に望まれたならそれは握手に同じです。しかしここで全員という言葉を避けることも難しい。
Seems like it. I mean, I don't know if that is kind of fair within terms of chess at this point, but given the advantage that she has been given, can't be helped. It ain't doing the job, folks. Alright. I think, yeah, we're over an hour in, so I think this is a good place to stop it from here. So, next part, we will continue more of the whole thing of the... shit, sorry. We will continue more of the beginning of the second Twilight, or, beforehand. So, let's see how Erica will be cooking up this time with this whole everyone term. With that said, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Take care, everyone.